Hello, and welcome back. It's good to see you. Good to be seen. We're going to do a practice today, some deep stretching. I've been doing a lot of walking, so I feel like I need to stretch the legs and the hips and the back a little bit. And you'll need a couple of blankets or towels. 3 would be ideal. 3 blankets or towels would be very helpful. So find yourself the blankets. I wanted to talk a little bit about meditation. We talk about meditation a lot, and there were some thoughts in my meditation book actually on meditation that I wanted to share with you, because sometimes that can feel a little elusive, right? Like, what is meditation? So here are some thoughts on that. Meditation is watching your thoughts. Sometimes meditation can be as simple as observing your thoughts to notice what you're thinking about. This process helps you discover your thought patterns. Becoming familiar with these patterns is empowering, offering you a greater awareness of your mental state, so you are not merely subject to the intensity of your thoughts and emotions. Watching your thoughts offers you the space to inwardly sit back and observe the wonder of your own mind. As a thought pattern arises, you can say to yourself, "Oh, here this is again." And by acknowledging it, release it. You can sit in meditation watching your thoughts as if you're sitting in a field watching clouds go by, observant, calm, and peaceful. So we can just think about that today as we move through our practice and notice where the mind wanders to, right? There are neighborhoods that the mind is used to visiting. And if you're somebody who worries, I've noticed that when I worry, they tend to run in packs, right? There's never like one worry. One worry tends to lead to a series of other worries. So what I find as I move through my practice is I'm able to let that go, right? I'm able to just be in my body and let the mind clear a little bit. So maybe today you can experience that, right? By just beginning by observing the thoughts and letting them go, trying not to get attached to them. All right, so let's start tonight on our backs. So it might be nice to start with the knees bent and laying down on a nice firm surface. Maybe allowing the shoulders to roll out a little bit, bring the palms up. And we'll begin by coming into the breath. So if it's available, you want to inhale through the nose, down into the belly, and exhale everything. So starting with this, easy breath into the belly, exhale everything. And as you exhale, allow the body to sink into the earth a little bit, right? Just getting present, right? Landing. Be here now. Nice. And if you feel comfortable with that, maybe start to expand the breath by bringing it from the belly into the rib cage. And we can start to feel what's going on, right? Clear the mind, be in the body. Feel the ribs expand out to the side on the inhale. Maybe there's a little push against the earth. And then as you exhale, everything contracts. Continuing this with your breath, relax the jaw, the face. Again, with each exhale, let the body sink a little bit further into the earth. Next time you inhale, see if you can bring it from the belly, through the rib cage, into the upper chest. So nice, deep, complete breaths. And sometimes it takes a little longer to get there, right? Deep breathing is a practice. The more we do it, the better we are at it. And then sometimes, depending on what's going on, there might be a sense of stickiness along that breath line, right? Somewhere like in the solar plexus, maybe in the heart, maybe in the throat. Just notice, observe it, just observe it, being in the body. And then we'll start to slow the breath down a tad by pausing at the bottom of the exhale. And then pausing at the top of the inhale. Notice which one feels more comfortable. Without judgment, right? Just noticing. Relax the throat, the jaw, the face. Let the shoulders sink into the earth on the exhale. Let the back sink in. Let's extend one leg onto the earth and then the other. So noticing if that changes the breath, if it changes the shape of the body, if it changes your relationship to the earth. Gently float the arms up overhead, and we'll take a little stretch here. So reach towards the walls at your feet and at your hands, just very gently stretching out the body. We'll start with a real simple, gentle stretch. Continuing that deep breathing. Nice. Now let's stretch through the right side. So push the right hand and the right foot away from the body. You can point the foot or flex it, whichever feels most appropriate. Nice. Now do the left side. Left hand away from the body, left foot away from the body. Right side of the body is relaxed. Again, we'll do the right side. Oh, just stretch, 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 stretch. Nice. And then the left side. Stretching. Nice. Relax that stretch. Bend the elbows a little bit and just breathe here for a moment. Nice. Let's gently roll over onto the left side of the body. All right, we're going to roll over onto the left side of the body. We're going to bend the knees as if we're sitting in a chair. We're going to bring that left hand straight out from the shoulder, right hand on top. If you want to bring a pillow underneath your head or that blanket underneath your head to support a little bit, do that. And then, so you should be able to see your toes, right? With the knees bent, you should be able to see the toes. We'll inhale that right arm up and over, following, the eyes follow the hand all the way. Nice. Exhale, close the hands. Beautiful. Take as much time with the exhale as you do with the inhale. Again, up and over. Head rolls with the hand. Oh, nice. Exhale together. We're going to do it again. This time we're going to reach the fingertips away from the body. Reach towards the ceiling. Reach behind you. Nice. As you come back, continue to reach. Reaching towards the sky. Reaching towards the left hand. Beautiful. Let's do 3 more times. Up and over. Moving with your breath. All right. Exhale the hands together. Feel the chest start to open up. Feel the back start to open up. 2 more times. Nice. Beautiful. Oh, feels so good. Okay. On this last time, we're actually going to leave the right hand on the earth. Maybe the arm is a little higher than the shoulder. Head comes into a comfortable position, whatever that means for you, and just surrender the right arm into the earth. Let go. Right? Remember, surrender is the lack of resistance. Deep breathing here. Jaws relaxed. Maybe tuck the chin a tad and breathe. Beautiful. Go ahead and roll those palms down so they're connected to the earth. We're going to bring the legs up through center and we're going to come over onto the other side of the body. Again, you want to be able to see the toes, all right? And we'll inhale the left arm up and over. following the hand with the eyes. Nice, beautiful. Exhale, hands together. Take as much time with the exhale as you do with the inhale. Again, up and over. So we start with sort of a gentler movement. This is a large range of motion movement. And then once we've done this a couple times, we're going to start to reach with the fingertips. So reach towards the sky, reach behind the body. Nice, beautiful. Reach as the hands are coming together. Let's do this 3 more times, up and over. Maybe the feeling of tension is in the arm, the chest, the back, upper back. Nice, beautiful. 2 more times. Reaching, reaching, reaching with the fingertips. Lovely. As you come to this last round, we're going to leave the left arm on the earth. We're going to bring the head into a comfortable position, whatever that means for you. I'm going to tuck my chin slightly, and we're going to breathe. Surrendering the left arm into the earth. Nice deep breaths. Jaw is relaxed, face is relaxed, body's heavy. Nice, lovely. Roll the palms down. Go ahead and bring the knees through center. Let's bring the feet sole to sole. We'll roll those palms back up for a moment and just breathe. So again, maybe the feeling of tension comes into the spine. So we start to notice the shape of the body on the earth. All right, notice the connection to earth without judgment, just noticing. How are the thoughts? All right, where have you gone? And if you went far, can you come back? Right? Like maybe start to notice the breath again. All right? The breath is a great way to tether the mind to the body. Because she just loves to be really busy, right? Nice. Go ahead and bring the arms a little bit closer. We'll bring the palms down onto the earth. We'll bring the knees up to center. Walk the feet away a little bit and let the knees drop towards each other and relax and breathe. So part of what we like to do during our practice is discern, what's happened, like what's going on, what changes, right? As we move through our practice, what changes in our body? What changes in our mind? What changes in our heart? All right, we'll bring the feet about hip distance apart. So locate 1 or 2 of your towels and fold them up. I'm going to grab 2 today, all right? So I'm going to fold 2 of the blankets up and create essentially a little bolster, right? If you have a yoga block, you could use that. Sorry. You could use your block. If you have a bolster, you could use the bolster. All right? So you decide. I'm going to use the blankets. But again, I'm going to use 2. Usually we're using 1, but today I feel like using 2. And get a little deeper stretch. All right. So we're going to come down to this position of having the feet about hip distance apart. And what we're going to do is we're going to inhale the pelvis up, and we're going to bring our blankets, our block, our bolster underneath our bottoms. All right. So if you use 2 blankets and you feel like, feels just a little bit not comfortable, right? It's a little bit too high. Then come down on 1. Like you get to decide what works best for you. All right. So, we want to make sure the feet are parallel to the mat. We're going to roll the shoulder blades together and down. So the palms will come up, the shoulders will open up, chest will open up. And we're going to breathe here for a moment. And again, maybe we tuck the chin slightly, but whatever it is you do with your head, make sure the back of your neck feels comfortable. Relax the jaw and breathe here for a moment. And as you breathe here, close your eyes and picture your internal organs sliding away from the position that they're always in. Right? We're in our first inversion, first back bend in yoga. And just imagine that you're creating space. Now you're creating space for the prana, the oxygen, the chi, and whatever you want to call it. Deep breaths here. Complete inhales, complete exhales. Nice. Now, let the shoulder blades come apart. So the top portion of your back is on the earth. Palms come down, or you can grab onto your blanket. We're going to lift one leg and then the other up towards the sky. All right. And then I'm going to take the feet about hip distance apart, and we're going to point and flex. Right, the feet. So toes towards the sky and then towards the face. I like to keep my knees slightly bent. Right? We'll straighten them out a little later, but for now we'll just keep them slightly bent. And then slowly, gently, kindly circle the ankles around in one direction. Continuing to breathe, continuing to keep the face relaxed. Nice. And just take a moment to appreciate your ankles, right? The little spring in your step. Circle in the opposite direction. Nice. Breathing as you go. And then we'll stop circling and just breathe into that. So maybe there's a little like tingling sensation in the ankles. Right? That's that prana, that oxygen, that chi being pulled up into your ankles, your feet. Nice. And then from here, we're going to let the legs slowly drop to opposite sides. All right. And I like to take my hands just inside, just above the knee, inside the thigh, and just let the arms kind of create a little bit of weight to increase this stretch. So here, if you want to really straighten those legs, you can. If you want to keep the knees slightly bent, you can. You get to decide what works best for you. And breathe, just breathe deeply. All right. The legs are heavy. So for some of us, bending the knees a little more might feel better, right? We want to get a stretch in the inner thigh. That's kind of what we're shooting for here. Nice deep breaths. Lovely. And then we'll all start to bend the knees. We're going to come into a happy baby pose. So maybe the hands slide up to the arch of the feet. Maybe your hands come outside. Maybe you grab onto the ankles or the calves, whatever works for you. And let's push the knees down towards the underarm a little bit. Breathing into this. Nice. And then from here, take your index finger and your middle finger, right, on either hand and wrap it around your big toe, right, on either side. And then let's just see if we can maybe straighten the legs. And if they don't want to go all the way yet, that's okay, right? You just do what you can and breathe. Nice. We'll bend the knees again. We'll bring the hands outside the legs. Push the legs together. Bend the knees, right? Dropping the thighs onto the chest. Go ahead and grab onto your blankets, your bolster, whatever it is that you've got. And let's release one foot down onto the earth and then the other. All right. Pausing here for a moment. So a little bit of work with the SI joint. So from here, we're going to extend the left leg onto the earth. And that heel is going to come onto the earth. The leg is going to come straight out from the hip socket. And then from here, we're going to tap the heel out to the left 3 times. So we go out, 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 right? In, in. Again, out, out, out. So I feel like you can't maybe see what I'm doing here. So move it this way. Keep it going if you know what I'm talking about. Otherwise, I'll rearrange so you can see that. All right, so it's tap, 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 in. All right, again, out, out, in. Nice. Go ahead and do that one more time. All right, bring it in. And then gently change legs. So bend that left leg, go ahead and straighten the right. And we'll do the same thing on the right side. Tap, 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 nice. Tap, tap, tap. Again, out, 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 in. Keep that going. 1, 2, 3. In. We'll do it 2 more times. I feel like that would be the same amount on each side. 1 more time. Nice. All right, now extend the left leg. So both legs are extended. So we're in this nice little back bend here. Breathing here for a moment. And try to keep the toes either pointed towards the sky or pointed away from the body. So the legs might have to be active here, right? We don't want them to just like splay open. Breathing here. Nice. Then we'll bend one knee and then the other, coming back into our original position here. Inhale the pelvis up. Take the blankets, block, bolster, whatever you've got out. Gently come down. Breathing here for a moment. Ooh. And again, take a moment to notice your body's relationship to the earth. Go ahead and extend one leg and then the other. And just notice how that feels. So there might be this experience of this openness in the low back, right? Again, like maybe we've created a little bit of space there. All right, beautiful. Go ahead and bend one knee and then the other, pausing here for a moment. Okay, so you're gonna need a strap. I know I didn't say that in the beginning and I'm sorry. So a strap, a belt, a scarf, anything like that will work, all right? So go ahead and grab one of those. I hope everybody has one. All right, again, you can always use a scarf, all right? Okay, so take your blanket, your bolster, whatever it is that you've created some height with, and bring it about arm's length outside your left hip, all right? Nice. We're going to start with the left leg. So we're going to bring the left knee into the chest. We're going to place the strap around the ball of the foot. We're going to slowly straighten that left leg, leading with the heel, all right? And just pause here for a moment and feel the back on the earth. And then from here, we're going to bend and straighten the leg. So bending and straightening. And I like to let it bounce, right? I like to have this be as, like it's not a lot of effort, right? The leg just kind of bounces back towards the sky. Nice. And we'll do 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And now we'll hold the stretch. Gently hold the stretch, right? So you could bring your hands up your leg. You could gently pull into the strap, but try to be gentle here, right? Like shoulders are on the earth, hands are kind, and just breathe. Breathing into this, right? Just going as far as feels, useful. I mean, you want that stretch in the hamstring. You want the stretch behind the knee, into the calf, into the Achilles, right? It feels good to stretch. But you don't need to like force your leg, right? Just do it to where it's useful. Breathing into this. That left hip is on the earth, right? Don't let it roll up. Nice. A few more breaths here. All right. Now we've got our blankets over by our left hip. We're going to drop our leg onto our blankets. And you might need to move those blankets, right, in a way that it's comfortable. and can support the leg so that you can actually let go of your strap. All right, nice, beautiful. Now, from here, all right, we're going to drop that right knee out a bit to the right and then straighten that right leg. All right, and breathe into this. Nice, deep. Oh. So, if you've been, sitting a lot, or in my case, walking a lot, I can feel the tightness in the hip, right? In the front of that right hip. So just surrender that right leg to the earth. Breathe into that. Nice deep breaths. Head's comfortable, jaws relaxed. Oh. And there's this surrender that happens, right? Like for me, I don't even realize how strong the resistance is on that right leg until I let go completely. And it's not easy, right? Pretty much everything in my hips says, stay tight, stay connected, right? Hold firm, which is useful, right? Hips are stabilizing, you want that. Go ahead and inhale that left leg up towards the sky. Exhale across the body. Left arm can stay behind. Head in a comfortable position, whatever that means for you, and breathe. You can feel the internal organs getting a little massage as you breathe deeply in a twist. Nice. All right. Inhale the left leg back up towards the sky. Remove the strap. Shake that left leg out a little bit. And then extend the left leg on the earth. So again, we'll take a moment to note what has happened. How does the left leg feel? Does it feel longer? Does it feel more spacious? All right, just noticing. These are the effects of our practice. Also, maybe taking a moment to, come back into that idea of meditation, like where's the mind? Is it still wandering or is it truly here? Go ahead and bend one knee and then the other. Take your makeshift bolster and go ahead and bring it over to the right side. Bring the right knee into the chest. Again, placing the strap around the ball of the foot, and we're going to straighten the right leg, leading with the heel. All right. So again, pausing here for a moment, making sure the right glute is on the earth. And we're going to bend and straighten the right knee. And again, I like to just kind of come into this bounce where the effort to straighten the leg is minimal. Breathing as we go. Nice. And we'll do 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And again, we're going to hold the stretch. And maybe the attention comes to like, how is this leg different than the other leg? Is there a difference in flexibility? And the answer could be yes, no, or I'm not sure. Nice deep breaths. Again, kind in the hands, shoulders on the earth. Breathing into this, appreciating your leg. Nice. Can we be, kind to ourselves? Can that internal conversation be supportive, loving, encouraging? A few more breaths here. How do you talk to your best friend, right? Or your child, or your sister or brother? I don't know, sometimes we're, pretty hard on ourselves. All right, locating that makeshift bolster outside that right hip, go ahead and drop the right leg out to the right. All right, and breathe into this for a moment. So that left knee drops out, and then that left leg starts to straighten, slightly externally rotated. Oh, Okay, and then breathe. So this is always my kind of tighter side. And just take some nice deep breaths here. Again, this idea of surrender, right? Surrendering into the earth. Sometimes it's useful to place the hand on the front of that left hip, just give a little bit of encouragement. How's the jaw? It's always nice to close your eyes as much as possible in your practice, right? Especially as long as we're not doing balancing poses. Balancing poses requires the eyes to be open. But there's something nice about closing the eyes and just being inside. Can you surrender that left leg a little more? Nice. We'll lift the right leg up towards the sky. Exhale across the body. Oh, right arm stays behind, head in a comfortable position, and breathe. Nice deep breaths here in this twist. Nice, beautiful. Good job. All right, inhale the right leg back towards the sky. Take the strap off, shake the right leg out, and then let's extend the right leg onto the earth. And again, pause here for a moment and just notice what's going on. How does the body feel? How do the legs feel? Bring the arms up over the head again. We're going to bring them into a comfortable, sustainable position. So we're going to bend those elbows a little bit. Keep the elbows higher than the shoulders. Go ahead and bend one knee and then the other, pausing here. We'll walk those feet a little bit further apart. So maybe they're off the mat. Maybe they're just mat distance. All right, I like to have them a little bit closer to the booty. And then from here, we're just going to tune into the low back for a moment and just gently tilt the pelvis up so that the low back connects with the earth and the belly's engaged. All right, everybody feel that? I want you to feel that low back connected to the earth. All right, because as we come through center, we want to remember that. So as we exhale, we'll exhale both knees down to the left. Head can go with the knees. As we inhale through center, we're going to tilt the pelvis up. We're going to push the low back onto the earth by engaging the core. And then we're going to let the knees go to the right and the head. Again, as we come through center, engage the core. Push the low back down. And then let grace and gravity take the legs down. Continue this motion with your breath. As we roll through center, close your eyes and tune into the back bones of your hips. Like feel as you roll through the bones from one side to the other. Maybe the feeling of tension comes into the feet. As you roll through center, feet are flat on the earth, and you come down to one side, you're on the sides of your feet, inside of one foot, outside of the other foot. As we come back through center, low back and feet are connected to the earth, and then we roll onto the sides. A few more times. Slowly, consciously, kindly moving. And then next time the knees come down to the left, let's hang out here for a bit. So let's lift the head up and actually come onto the left ear. All right. Oh, let the right leg get heavy. This feels so good. All right, straighten the right arm towards the wall behind you, reaching a little bit. Push that right knee down a little bit, reaching there. Let's take our left hand and place it onto the right rib cage and just tune into the breath for a moment. Like really be in the body. Close the eyes. And imagine that you can picture your right lung healthy, right? Happy, at ease, and yet, working so well. Nice. Soften the right elbow a little bit. Bring the left arm back up overhead. Nice. Let's inhale the knees and head center, and we'll pause here again and just notice. So you can notice things like the breath in the right nostril, the right side of the rib basket, the right hip. Next time you exhale, we'll exhale the knees to the right. We'll pick the head up and come onto the right ear, and just breathe into this for a moment. Just go ahead and straighten out that left arm, reaching away from center. Let the left leg get a little heavy. We'll take the right hand and place it along the left rib cage or up onto the heart and tune in here. Can you feel your heartbeat? Can you take a moment to be in awe of the miracle that is you? Like, you're pretty amazing. You work really well. Can you just appreciate that? Nice. We'll soften the left elbow. Bring the right arm back up overhead. Inhale the knees and head to center. Pause here. Let the low back get a little heavy. And then very gently bring your hands to your belly. So we'll keep the elbows bent, but we'll rotate the shoulders forward and breathe. Let the shoulders get heavy. Nice. Connected. All right, let's bring one knee into the chest and then the other. Let's rock it out a little side to side. Nice. I'll bring the hands underneath the knees and rock a little up and down. So this is not everybody's cup of tea. If it's not your cup of tea and you want to just come up, come on up. But the rest of us will rock a couple of times. If you're on a carpeted floor, this might feel really good. I tend to like this. All right, we'll come on up. And let's make our way onto, hi Maureen. Let's make our way onto our hands and knees, all right? So depending on how much padding you have underneath you, it might be useful to open up one of your blankets or towels so that you can bring your knees onto here. All right. So we're going to come onto our hands and knees. Let me just position myself so you can see me. All right. And from here, let's do a little cat-cow. So spread the fingers apart so that your hand is nice and wide. So you have this nice base for your hands. Hands under the shoulders if your wrists are okay. If you feel like your wrists are talking to you a little bit, you can walk the hands a little in front of the shoulders. All right? I like to bring the top of my feet to the earth. For some people, it's going to be more comfortable to have the toes tucked under. Do whatever works for you, all right? And then let's round the back, drop the head, right? Pulling that belly in. And then we're going to arch the back, lift the chin and chest up through the shoulders, all right? So, now the breath. You can do it either way. I like to inhale as I'm rounding and exhale as I'm arching, right? Most classes you go to are going to do it the opposite way. So you do whatever's best for you. Just keep the breath going, the jaw relaxed. All right, the movement. Next time you're in a rounded position, let's go into a barrel roll. So we're going to bring, come out to the side, drop the chin and chest to the earth, and round the back up. All right, drop the chin and chest to the earth and round the back up. Now, I will tell you there's no right or wrong way, okay? Like, do what feels good. Just move, right? And what we're doing, if you close your eyes, you can kind of feel this fluid motion in your body. You can almost feel the vertebrae move side to side. You can come down over the shoulders, or more, you can bring it more over the heels to get into the hips. You get to decide. All right, next time you're in a rounded position, let's reverse our circles going in the opposite direction. Again, nice and fluid. Breathing. No matter whether you're inhaling on the way up or inhaling on the way down, just make sure you're breathing. Nice. Couple more times. All right, we'll come back to center. And we'll bring it into a child's pose. So just push on back onto the heels, drop the belly down, drop the head down, and breathe. If the head doesn't want to come all the way down yet, grab that other blanket you've got and drop it onto your forehead. All right, breathing. It's always kind of nice to have the props to help, right? Just to make sure that you're feeling supported. Because here's the thing, here's how you know you're not supported. It's hard to breathe, right? The breath becomes effortful. Gently bring it back up onto all fours, all right? The other way of knowing that it's hard is that the jaw starts to clench a little bit, right? And these things will just happen. They just kind of creep up. Hi, Jenny. So good to see everybody. Okay, so you want to square up a little bit here, right? And here's what we're going to do. We're going to lift the left arm, shoulder height, and the right leg. Now, what's probably happened is you've come onto that left leg because the leg is stronger than the arm. So what I want you to do is come forward and to the right a little bit. You'll know you're centered if the core kicks on. If this feels a little bit too effortful, drop the right toes down, right? Keep the leg extended, but the right toes will help you with that balance. All right, so you do what's best for you. Remember, we're coming forward and to the right a little bit. You know it's right if that core is kicked on. Nice, breathe. Keep pushing the chest away, creating a little strength here. Nice, let's hold. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We're going to drop the hand. We're going to bend the right leg, flex the foot, and just lift up, straight up, out of the glute, right? Pumping that leg up. Keep the chest lifted. Nice. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Go ahead, bring the knee down. Let's bring it into child's pose and breathe. Nice. So breathe here for a moment. We did the left hand first, I was kind of assuming most of us are right-handed. And our right arms are stronger than the left. Okay, gently coming back to center, all right? Squaring up, all right? This time we're going to lift the right arm and the left leg. So again, immediately I feel myself kind of move over onto my right leg because it's just natural, right? The right leg is stronger. So I'm going to have to move forward and to the left a little bit. Again, I feel the core kick on, and then I know I'm centered, All right, breathing into that. So head in a comfortable position. You know, usually it's the eyes down. Sometimes people lift their head. I feel like that might put a little pressure on the back of the neck. So I would maybe keep the eyes down on the earth. Fingers are spread, right, on that left hand. So you're pushing into like the ball of the hand, not the heel. Keep the chest pushed. Hold. 5. Nice. 4. 3. Breathing. 2. 1. Drop that right hand, bend the left knee, and just pump that left leg up. All right, from the glute. A little bit of strength here. Nice. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Go ahead and bring that knee down. And let's come into child's pose. And breathe. Nice. Good job. All right, go ahead and roll it on up. All right, let's roll it up. I'm going to move so that I'm facing you. So hopefully you're on that blanket. Hi everybody. So you're on that blanket, so the knees have a little bit of padding here, right? So sitting nice and tall here for a moment. A lot of times we sit with our legs crossed in front of us. This is another option. And again, we talk about that string at the top of the head. Like imagine there's a string just at the top of the head, gently elongating the spine, right? So that we feel nice and tall. All right, let's come on up. Nice, and down, and up, and down, right? And feel the muscles in the legs working, right? Feel those thighs lifting you up, slow as you come down, slow as you come up, right? Slow as you come down. Now you can start to really slow it down here. Just come up like an inch at a time. Feel those quads working, nice. Same thing on the way down, an inch at a time, right? Feel those quads working. Ooh, little burn. Let's do that one more time. Nice and slow. Up. An inch at a time. Oh! Okay. Nice. And we'll do it one last time down. All right, nice and slow. Breathe. Oh! All right, come on down. Nice. Shaking out a little. Okay, so let's come on to our bottoms. I want you to sit comfortably here. So one of the things that sometimes makes this a little bit more comfortable is to take one of those towels, pillows, blanket, whatever it is that you have, and place it underneath your bottom. Give yourself a little bit of height, all right? So take a moment to find that spot where you can feel that string pulling out of the crown of your head so that you're sitting nice and tall. So this is comfortable for me. It doesn't mean it's comfortable for you. You could have one leg in front of you. You could have both legs in front of you, right? You could be in our original position with the knees bent, right? Booty on the heels. You decide. All right, we're going to do some side stretching. So just pausing here for a moment. And however it is that you're sitting, tune into the sit bones at the base of the body and just feel them connected to the earth. However it is that you're sitting. Close the eyes for a moment. Relax the face, the jaw, the throat. Can you relax the shoulders, the arms, the chest, and the belly without compromising the length and lift in the spine? So I'll say that again. Sitting comfortably, sitting tall, connected to the earth. Can you relax the face, the jaw, the throat, the shoulders, the arms, the chest, and the belly without compromising the length in the spine? So in other words, can you find ease in your seated position? Tune into the neck and the head for a moment. Okay, so you're looking at a screen, I'm looking at a screen. There's this tendency to push our heads forward, right? So again, I'm going to ask you to close your eyes and maybe you pull that head back a little bit so the spine's in line. And just notice how this feels. So we talked in the beginning of class about meditation and clearing the mind and what that meant, right? And how that might be accomplished. Well, it helps if the body's comfortable, right? Nice. All right, bring the palms down. However it is that you're seated is fine. Lift the shoulders up on an inhale. Push them back behind you and then drop them down. Nice. Lift them up on an inhale. Push them back behind you and on the exhale, release them down. Let's do this a couple more times. Nice. Again. Back, push back, like squeeze the shoulder blades together and then release them down. All right, place the right arm on the earth. All right, bend that right elbow. Drop the right shoulder. We're going to lift the left arm up and we're just going to kind of gently come into a side stretch. So again, this is a personal thing, right? It just depends on where you're at in this moment, right? So I'm feeling like a little stretchy. So I'm feeling like I'm going to reach that right arm out a little bit and really stretch into the left side. Head's in a comfortable position, right? Arm is over the head, not in front, but over. Breathing into this. We'll bring it in front in a little bit, right? Just to know what that feels like. So this is the stretch along that left side of the body, right? Now, drop your arm in front of you. Keep that stretch going, but drop your arm. And notice how that changes, right? It comes into the back, comes into the shoulder, comes into the shoulder blade. Can you feel that? Bring the arm back up overhead, right? Let's use an inhale to push yourselves up. Exhale to release that left arm down. Pause, close the eyes, and notice the difference between the right side and the left side without judgment. Like, where are you feeling it, okay? Ribs, that rib basket along the left side all the way into the back, maybe. Left shoulder. I don't know. All right, I'm just asking the questions. All right, left hand on the earth. All right, again, bend that left elbow. Drop the left shoulder. Right arm comes up and over. Head's in a comfortable position. Okay, so this side feels a little stickier to me, so I'm not going to extend that left arm as much. But again, you get to decide what works for you, what feels best for you in this moment. Oh, breathe. Head's in a comfortable position. Breathing into this. Nice. Arm is over the head for now, right? Couple breaths and then we'll bring it in front of us. All right, go ahead and bring the arm in front. Oh, notice how that changes the stretch. All right, breathing here. Nice. Go ahead and bring that arm back up overhead. On an inhale, push yourselves up. Exhale, release the right arm down and breathe. So noticing the spine, like can we be in the spine? Does it feel tall, spacious, open? Go ahead and inhale the shoulders up, back, exhale them down. Again, inhale up, back, exhale them down. One more time. Nice. Let's drop the chin to the chest. So maintaining the length in the spine, dropping. So here I like to soften the belly a little bit. There's just something about softening the belly that kind of helps this. And then some people find it useful to interlace the fingers, bring the hands to the head, and bring the elbows in and just let the weight of your hands help increase this stretch. I'm not gonna use my hands. See if you can lift the chin a little bit, and then on the next exhale, release it down even further. Nice. All right, let's lift the chin. If you have your hands on your head, release the hands down. On your next exhale, let's drop the left ear to the left shoulder. So again, some people like to take their left hand, and increase that stretch a little bit. You can decide what works for you. Shoulders are relaxed, like no tension anywhere in the body. Your head's heavy. Just let the weight of that head determine the stretch. All right, inhale, head to center. Exhale, right ear over right shoulder. If you're like me, you'll find that one side is a little more sticky than the other. Right, breathing into that. Let's do that again. Inhale the head to center. Exhale, left ear over left shoulder. Maybe the second time around it goes a little further. Breathing into that. Head's facing forward. Inhale to center. Exhale to the other side. Nice. Breathing. All right, we're going to turn the chin so that it's over the right shoulder. And now we're going to roll the chin down through center, up over to the left, down through center, up over to the right. Do this a couple more times, right? And just going as far as feels good for you right now. Nice. And then when you feel like you've had enough of that, it feels really good, but you feel like you've had enough, go ahead and come back to center and just let the head get heavy. We'll go ahead and lift it up. So again, coming back into that seated neutral position, whatever that means for you, spine is lifted. Does the head feel a little bit more centered on the spine? Always knowing that the answers are yes, no, and I'm not sure. All right. So if you're sitting on your knees, you are going to have to come onto your bottoms now. If you're already on your bottoms, let's go ahead and extend the legs. And then just shake them out a little bit. So no matter how you were sitting, all right, the knees might be just a little talking to you. All right, let's point the toes towards the sky. And I like to keep the legs just almost hip distance apart. Not quite, but close, all right? Inhale the arms up, shoulder distance apart. And as we exhale and fold over, we're hinging at the waist, back is straight, chest is lifted, breathe. Hi, Allie. Nice deep breaths here. Water and potassium are good if you have cramps in the muscles. Nice deep breaths. Oh, and maybe on the exhale, you can just scooch down a little bit, all right? Sometimes that's possible and sometimes it's not. All right, go ahead and gently roll it on up. Let's bring the right leg in. So the right sole of the foot is on the inner left thigh, all right? Inhale the arms up, shoulder distance apart. Exhale, fold over. Hinging at the waist, back is straight, chest is lifted. Unless you're one of those really bendy people and you can just fold over your leg. That's fabulous if you can. I can't. Breathing. But again, we all have slightly different bodies and we all have slightly different levels of flexibility. So be where you are and be okay with that. Maybe even start to appreciate it. Oh, nice. Okay, gently bring it up. Just gently switch legs. All right. Inhale the arms up, shoulder distance apart. Exhale, reaching over that right leg. So when we do this in the studio, we put a little weight on the opposite leg, which is kind of nice. Just keeps the pelvis nice and open. Oh, the time flies. Breathing into this. Again, maybe the exhale brings you down just a tad more. Nice. And go ahead and bring it up. All right, let's just bring the feet sole to sole. Maybe grab onto the feet, tops of the feet, and just flutter here a little bit. Okay, so as we come into our final few moments together, we'll do a little stretch for the hips, and then we're going to come into our meditation. So we're going to roll onto our backs. And, you know, if you want a pillow for your head, go ahead and do that. All right, so knees are bent. All right, pausing here for a moment. All right, let's inhale the right leg up towards the sky. Flex the right foot. Rotate the right leg out to the right. Drop that right ankle at the top of the left thigh, just below the knee. All right, pausing here. Push that right knee away. So you've created this nice, perfect triangle. From here, you're going to pull the left knee in. You're either going to bring your hand underneath your knee or to the outside of your knee. So you decide. Once you're in this position, you can rock a little bit side to side to find that sort of sweet spot. And when I say that, what I mean is, where does it feel most useful? Like, where does that feel good, right? So, and it changes from day to day, right? So for me right now, it's pretty centered. Maybe a tad to the left. And we're just going to breathe. We're going to shut our eyes here and we're going to breathe into this. Nice deep breaths. And so the shape of your body is really determining this stretch. Nice. Few more breaths. I find this a really useful stretch throughout the day, especially if I've done a lot of sitting or walking. All right, nice. Gently release the left foot to the earth. Shake that right leg out a little bit. Bring the right foot to the earth and pause for a moment and just notice. The breath should be deep and easy at this point. Go ahead, lift the left leg towards the sky. Flex the left foot. Rotate the left leg out to the left. Drop the left ankle onto the right thigh just below the knee. Again, maybe pushing that left knee away, creating this nice little triangle. Keep that shape as you pull the right knee in. Again, you might want to rock a little bit, side to side, and find that useful spot and see if you can hang out here and breathe. Face is relaxed, jaw is relaxed. Nice deep breathing. Nice. Few more breaths here. Super. Gently release the right foot to the earth. Shake out that left leg. Put the left foot on the earth. Let's take the feet apart a little bit and just breathe here for a moment. Roll the shoulders out, right? By rolling the arms out, bringing the palms up. So you place the arms at a distance from the body that makes that particular place comfortable. Hi, Miguel. Okay, so it doesn't matter. Just I want the shoulders rolled out, all right? Palms up. And then we're going to extend one leg and then the other. And we're going to come into our final meditation here. So take a moment to make yourselves as comfortable as possible. So if you want to place one of your blankets under your head, that usually feels kind of nice. You want to place the bolster underneath your knees, like whatever you want to do. Take a moment to get there, right? We talked in the beginning, I'm going to sit up. We talked in the beginning of class about meditation. Right? About what that means. And sometimes that means watching the thoughts as they flit through. And sometimes, that means clearing the mind. I think it just kind of depends on where you're at in the moment. But guided meditation has the advantage of, not having to think, right? You can listen to somebody else's thoughts. So as you find that comfortable space on the earth, take a moment to notice where your body is connected to the earth, starting with the heels, the calves. The back of the knees are probably not connected, the thighs, the buttocks. Low back may or may not be connected, probably not. And if it's not, begin to notice where it does connect. Follow that spine up on the earth until it starts to disconnect again, all right, somewhere around that thoracic spine. And then, of course, the back of the neck is curved. It is not connected to the earth. The skull is connected. The arms, the back of the hands. Or the fingers slightly curled up so that they're not connected. It doesn't matter. Just notice. Come back into the jaw for a moment. Can you relax the face, the jaw, the mouth, the tongue? How's the breath? Is it full? Is it deep? Allow each exhale to take you a little deeper into relaxation. Sinking into the earth. Imagine that you're lying on the beach somewhere, just kind of snuggling into the sand a little bit, supported, comfortable, connected to the earth, sky above, earth below. The ocean is in front of you. The waves are gently lapping against the shore. And that rhythm of the ocean brings a sense of peace, calm, and quiet to the mind, to the breath, to the body. And if any thoughts intrude, just let them float away on a cloud. Coming back into a sense of peace and quiet. Knowing, like right now in this moment, you are whole, perfect, and complete. Everything is okay. Allowing the boundaries that are your physical self to melt into the earth. Allowing the boundaries that is your mental self to float away on a cloud. And then just feel the expansiveness of your heart self, your spiritual self. No boundaries. Knowing right now in this moment, everything is possible and nothing is necessary. And then very gently, like ever so gently, coming back into your bodies. And just starting to breathe a little deeper. Becoming aware of the floor beneath you, aware of the ceiling above you, aware of the walls that surround you. Wiggling the fingers and toes. Breathing a little deeper. Very gently rolling over onto the left side of your body. All right, so that's our cool side, the moon side, the feminine side. Rolling over onto the left side, bending the knees, hugging this feeling to you for a moment longer. And knowing that we have the ability to project peace out into the world one breath at a time. Using the right hand to gently push yourselves up into a comfortable seated position. Nice. Let's take a moment to allow the palms to find each other in front of the sternum, bowing the head in grace and humility and gratitude. Again, we have the ability to project peace out into the world one breath at a time. Lift the chin on an inhale. Namaste. I thank you so much for sharing your practice with me. It's so good to see you all. And I will see you soon. All right.